I like a 5th-round pick. Welcome back to the Team 12 Seattle Seahawks podcast. I'm your host, Team 12s. Today we're going to be talking about how the Seahawks traded Witherspoon to the Steelers for a 5th-round pick. I kind of like the trade. As I said before, I like a 5th-round pick, and I think it gives us more depth in the future for draft, of course, because it's another pick. It's not so much the 7th-round pick, and it's just a flyer. 6th-round pick, yeah, you might get someone. It's a flyer. 5th-round pick, it's right after the 4th round. It's that area that we like to draft our cornerbacks, our safeties, those type of players, and the running backs that don't really have a massive ceiling, but we can get something out of them. That's the area that Cam Chancellor was drafted. That's the area that Richard Sherman was drafted. And that's the area that Chris Carson was drafted. So I'm personally really happy with it. Achillio wasn't really running anything exotic in the preseason because Pete Carroll was kind of just trying to ingrain into everyone's mind, kick step, don't let anything deep get by me. But maybe he was struggling with that in minicamp, even though the 49ers ran a really similar scheme to us over the past couple years and did run the same scheme as us for a little bit. But maybe he was struggling with it. He wasn't really meshing with the Seahawks. So they gave Trey Flowers a starting role, shipped Achillio to the Steelers. I like the 5th-round pick. I think I wish him the best in his career, and I hope he has a great NFL career. But I'm happy with the trade. He wasn't really showing anything promising in preseason. It was a little worrisome. So I think it was a good trade. Trey Flowers actually locked down DeAndre Hopkins in one of our games against the Cardinals, and Trey Flowers has shown great potential in the past. So if he can completely round that out, we have DJ Reed, Trey Flowers, we have Ugo Amadi in the slot role, we have Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs, and then you have Marquise Blair to sub in on 3 safety packages, or Ugo needs a little rest for a little bit, put him in at slot cornerback, then say you need a coverage linebacker because it's 3rd down, slide Blair right in, or put Jamal Adams in as a coverage linebacker and put Blair in as the back coverage guy with Quandre Diggs. I don't know why I say Trayvon Diggs. Who's Trayvon Diggs? I know the name. I don't know. You're probably screaming at me in the comment section, but a lot of players I keep track of. Sometimes I'm like, who's Deshaun Watson, or who's Kirk Cousins? And I'm 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, that's Kirk Cousins, or oh, that's Deshaun Watson. How did I forget their name? But I think this was a great trade by the Seahawks. I think it makes it so we have better draft capital for the future, of course. And maybe we could pull off a trade deadline where we traded a 7th-round pick for Carlos Dunlap, and that you saw what we got in the Lions traded a 7th-round pick for Everson Griffin, who had a little bit of juice left in his tank when he went to the Lions. So maybe with a 5th-rounder, you can get somebody that's actually a pretty good player. Somebody like Jason Kelsey, make it a 4th-rounder and a 5th-rounder, and you easily make it for that trade. Or say not many people are offering. Say they're just offering 5th-rounder and a 6th-rounder. Say, okay, we'll give you that 4th-rounder that we got from the Jets, or we'll give you our 4th-rounder and we'll keep the Jets' 4th-rounder, and we'll give you that 5th-rounder from the Steelers. And then you have a top-tier center in the NFL, along with Dwayne Brown, Brandon Shell, Stone Forsythe as the swing tackle, Damian Lewis, and Gabe Jackson. That's a top-tier offensive line that will push us into that Super Bowl area. So I think this was a really solid trade by the Seahawks. Great job by John Snyder. It may have not been the trade in bringing a player in that we usually do, but it was a solid trade. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you did enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll have a link in my description for my Discord. Say goodbye to my mascot and have a good rest of your day.